What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. Um, I saw this video, man. I had to do a video on this because this is so true. This is so true. This is coming from I'm sure you guys saw this. Joel Bauman calls out Jimmy Kimmel and Hollywood elitists and the media for what they are, and he I mean, this guy's basically entire career depends on like advertisement, sponsorship, all this stuff to basically make a career for himself. And this guy, uh, you know, uh, he's a very well fighter. He's a very good fighter. So, without further ado, let's watch this video because I'll play it and let's see what it says.
So all those doubting my NFT, you're looking at the guy. That's the reason that college athletes and high school athletes are getting paid today. Mr. Influencer to influencers. Secondly, Jimmy Kimmel, viral this. I fight to eradicate childhood malnutrition from the planet. And until they release the flight logs, you, the mainstream media, Hollywood, are all pedophiles to me. Eat dick.
If you guys saw one of my episodes on Fox News, when I was talking about the school boards, I said the same thing. I basically called them out. I called them out. I called them pedophiles because the mainstream media, Hollywood, they push for this stuff. They push for child pornography. They push for indoctrination of children. And me being an immigrant, I come from a culture that, nuclear family is very important. And, we come from a culture, I grew up Catholic in Iran. So, we were already minorities. I've been a minority my entire life. I was never part of the majority. I was always part of the minority group. My family were part of the minority group. Their families were part of the minority group. So we've always been part of the minority groups. Even in the United States, we are still part of the minority group. So now divorces happen. All this stuff happens. But the whole point was indoctrination. The point was promoting child pornography and all this stuff. And we had Jeffrey Epstein, we had the Clintons. We all knew they were all involved with this whole shenanigans. Now, this guy comes out on TV and calls out Jimmy Kimmel because he's part of the Hollywood elitists, and he's in, he's with the media. He hand in hand, and he had to prove a point. But we already see how the media handles all these situations. They kill the story. They won't even bother talking about it. When Jeffrey Epstein's girlfriend, whatever the hell name, Gazelle, whatever, Maxwell, let's call her Maxwell. She was actually charged. She was sentenced, but a list was never released. A list of clients were never released. The list of people who paid for these services was never released. But going back to to us immigrants, living here, we see all this stuff, and we look back, we're like, from the countries we come from, none of this stuff is okay. No matter what country you come from. It doesn't matter what country you come from. None of this stuff, it's ever okay. None of this stuff has never been okay. Okay? But now they're trying to make it okay. We saw Netflix, they were pushing that I don't even know what it was, if it was a movie or a series called Cuties. Bunch of little girls being taught how to dance provocatively, very very sexual moves, all the stuff, stuff that sort of belong into like a strip club or whatever. Um, we grew up, like a lot of Arabs, a lot of Iranians, we all grew up, watching belly dancers, but belly dancers were never fully naked, you know. Belly dancers always had their bottoms covered. They had a very like the decorative bra on, and their very nice makeup. But belly dancing was a dance. It was there was no strip pools, there was no splits. There was no taking things off. So it was dance to a rhythm, and that was it. And I saw many schools actually open up for belly dancing schools. It was actually a good exercise, but they never taught how to do splits. They never taught how to dance on a pole. They never taught how to take off your clothes. It was all about body's rhythm, how to dance to a beat, all this stuff. So dancing is okay to me, but when it comes down to sexualizing the whole thing, where you could get people rised up, especially pedophiles. They hunt for this kind of stuff. But this is they promote it, right? Mainstream media promotes it, Hollywood promotes it, and we saw in this case, the Jeffrey Epstein case, it was all promotion of child sex trafficking and all that stuff. But nevertheless, till today, the media is always trying to push the new modern day of living, which I don't even know what that means anymore. They're taking God out of entire family. They're taking God out. They're taking family values out. They push single parent household. They're pushing. They're always pushing masculinity out. They're bringing feminism in. That's all they want. They want feminism. They want weak men. They want weak boys, because they don't want anybody to stand up for themselves. They want people to obey orders. They want people to follow the herd. They don't want free thinkers. Free thinkers are dangerous to them. Free thinkers are basically the cancer of society to them, right? But if you're an elitist, if you have money, you can be a free thinker, and you are a threat to them. I mean, we see Elon Musk. I mean, he's a liberal, but he's like a free thinker liberal. He does what he wants. He does it when he wants. He speaks when he wants. But there's a lot of people who are out there who get outcasted because they speak their mind. But to these people, that's a threat, because we could show people how to be a free thinker. Think for yourself. Which takes me to the fact that, a lot of people say we are a democracy. We are not a democracy. America is not a democracy. America is a republic. And for you morons who don't know what a republic is, let me tell you, this is, we immigrants came here to learn about the history of the country we're going to be living in. A republic is all about individual liberty, right? And individual liberty means you are in control of your own life, right? Nobody should tell you what to do. Nobody should force you to do things that you don't want to do. You should make your own decisions. You should be able to carry yourself. You should be able to work for do your own job, start your own business or whatever. Now, I know this could be a little bit hypocritical about, my body, my choice, and abortion, all that stuff. I said liberty, every individual liberty, everybody can make a choice for themselves. Now, and most everybody knows what my stance is on abortion. I don't think abortion is right, but certain circumstances, it's fine. But again, I don't push my views on anybody. I do not push my views on anybody. I don't tell anybody they should think differently. If you think a certain way, good for you. I don't insult you, and as long as you don't insult me, we're cool. I don't have to, agree with everything you say. You don't have to agree with anything I say. So, And my sense on abortion, it's a slippery slope. And for me, like incest, rape, medical issues, stuff like that. Yeah, of course, and that should be a choice to be made. It'll be a difficult choice, but it should be a choice to be made, and I don't think government should be getting involved. But if 6 months has passed by, 8 months has passed by, and you suddenly have a change of heart, now you're killing a living thing, right? Now you are killing a human. That to me, it's a little unorthodox. So, and I'm sure this is going to trigger a bunch of people, but you know what? I don't care. I'm not forcing people to do anything they don't want to do. I say what I say is because this is my opinion and my opinion only. But calling out the media, calling out the hypocrisy, calling out, child pornography, calling out, sex trafficking, all that stuff. Hey, man, I'm not for it. I got kids. I don't want my kids to go through it. I don't want my kids to be exposed to it. So if, that type of thing, I will do what I can to stop it. I will go and try to do what I can from my end with whatever power I have. I will do it. And this guy is basically calling that out. He's basically pushing to end child hunger in impoverished area, while the elitists sit here and laugh and have their BS cries like, we need equality, equity, and blah 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 blah. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I've said it many, 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 many times. I don't care what people do behind closed doors. Don't shove your crap down my throat. Don't shove your crap down my kid's throat. Don't shove your crap down my family's throat. If we want to take that route, we make the decision to take that route. Nobody needs to influence me. Nobody needs to tell me. This is where individual liberty comes. This is why we are a republic and we are not a democracy. A democracy is a dictatorship. A democracy is basically a government comes in, sets rules, and everybody has to obey by those rules. Meaning, not traffic laws, not murder laws. These are way of living laws. This is how you should live. We're seeing now with the green energy deals and the reusable energies, X, Y, and Z. So I'll leave you guys with that. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and leave your comments down below. Peace out.